Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. Double honor to the elders of GMS who rule very well. And bless all the Akim out there that are doing the work in sincerity and truth on the four corners of the earth. Now, the topic of this video is going to be about, for lack of a better term, the cleaning process. Or now you are made clean through the word. And basically, this is directed at the new brothers that are coming into the truth, you know. Because you have to go through that cleaning process, because you have to get rid of the old man, you know. And once you read these scriptures, once you really dig down into these scriptures and study, 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 15, study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh, right? So once you study these scriptures, man, once you go into the laws, man, you're made clean through the word. Because once you read these scriptures, it's like living water. And you know water is a cleaning agent. So once you read it, you get a better understanding of what you're reading. And a way to do that is by one way is by watching the elders, because the elders, you know, it's basically like all the videos that the elders have ever done. You can watch those, man, because to be honest with you, I didn't, when I first came to the truth, I only knew about the Seattle camp. That's how I woke up, because I came across the Seattle camp, GMS battle in Seattle, and that's how I woke up. I woke up by them, and then once I started to get further and further into the truth, I found out about the elders, because I didn't really know about my heritage at all, man. I didn't know that I was an Israelite. I didn't know I was from the tribe of Judah. I didn't know any of that, man. I didn't even know. All I knew was that Israelites in Seattle, but I didn't know about the elders at all. So once I started digging deeper and deeper into it, I found out about the elders. I went and watched the elders, and that's where that's pretty much where I got all my lessons, man, all my understandings from the elders, man. Because honestly, the elders have been laboring in this longer than all of us, man. And that's why they counted us double. That's why they counted for double honors. That's why we're supposed to give respect to the elders, man, because they've been laboring this for they're going on 30 years, man. Almost 30 years of laboring. And this is a labor of love, man. You have to love doing this, man. You have to love living in the laws of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. You have to love waking up the elect in general, because that's our mission, to wake up the elect, because that's that's the coming prophecy, which is being fulfilled at this very moment. The 144,000 are slowly waking up, man. And we can see that because the times are changing. Because the world's about to go into utter chaos. But that's a different subject for another video. Basically, I just want to go through a few scriptures here about for lack of a better term, cleaning process, or now you're clean through the word. And first, I want to bring out Psalms chapter 1, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Right. So what it means by that, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel, means that you're not walking in. You can say that you're not walking in the ways of this world, man, because this world is governed by this wicked wicked government, man, which is the image of the Roman Empire as well, man. It's the image of the beast. Especially Christianity. Christianity is also the image of the beast, man. Because it stems from the Roman Catholic Church. And the Roman Catholic Church basically profane the whole Bible, man. The whole Bible in general. And that's why we lean on the King James Bible 1611, because that's the most accurate Bible that you can get. Plus it has the Apocrypha in it, which the Apocrypha was taken out. All right. Verse 2. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doeth he meditate day and night. Right, so that's supposed to be our delight. We're supposed to delight in the law of the Lord, man, and not let it be a burden upon us. But that's the way we're supposed to be living in the first place, man. If it wasn't for Esau, the so-called white man, setting his foot on this piece of land, man, you know, we would still be living these laws, man. But we can only keep the laws to the best of our ability, you know. And that's all we can do, because we're still in captivity. We're still in slavery. We're not free yet. If you have a social security card, you have a driver's license, you're still in slavery, man. You're not free. All right, we're not free until this white man goes down, man. Let me start from here. And his law doeth he meditate day and night. Right, you're supposed to meditate day and night about the law, man. Especially right now, man. Like you're supposed to keep the Sabbath, man. You're supposed to not do any work. But you know, the most High understands that you have to work, man. You have to work to provide for yourself. You have to work to provide for your family, man. So that's why you're supposed to keep it to the best of your ability. Like for instance, your beard. You know, you can keep that, man, to the best of your ability. You can keep not eating pork, man. You can keep not getting tattoos, not smoking, or anything like that. Committing adultery. You can keep those, man. Because Yahweh Shem Yahshua is looking for effort, man. If you're not putting effort to keeping these laws at all, then that means you don't love them, man. Because love is keeping the commandments, man. That's what love is. And people don't even know about that, man. Love is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what love is. If you love the Most High, if you love Yahweh Shem Yahshua, you keep the laws. But people are not doing that today, man. The majority of people are not doing that today, man. That's why 2/3 of our people gotta go. Because they don't care, man. All right. And let me continue on to verse 3. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. Right, so that's what it means to be rooted and grounded in this truth, man. Once you're rooted and grounded in this truth, you will not be moved. You know, it's when it talks about winds, you know, when the wind blows, that's adversity, man. When you're going against adversities and in your life, man, when you're in this truth, man, when you're doing the work. Once you're rooted and grounded, you will not be moved by those winds, man. Nothing's gonna deter you from this truth. All right. By the rivers of water, and like I said, man, this book, man, it's like living water, man. That bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. Right, so if you live by the law, statutes, and commandments of this book, man, then you won't have any problems, man. As far as staying in the truth, you will have times where the Most High is going to test you, man, and you have to the best of your ability, man. You got to pass that test that he throws at you, man, to see what kind of a man you are. All right. And let me continue on. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Right, and that's these other people that fell out of the truth, man. When they fell out of the truth, they weren't rooted and grounded, man. And when the wind bloweth, they were just blown away. They fell. They were cast off into the wind, man. Because they weren't grounded. They weren't ungodly, man. All right. And let me continue on. Therefore, the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. Right. When that time comes, when that time comes, when with the elect, Lord willing, I'm a part of that number. When we're delivered out of this hell, man, they're gonna get the judgment, man. They're gonna be judged in the next life, man. All right. And that's the 2/3, man. That's the 2/3. And that's the we already know what the judgment for Esau is, man. We already know the judgment for the Edomites, man. They're gonna serve slavery in the next life, and then they're gonna, after they serve their slavery, they're gonna die. They're all gonna burn. And let me continue on. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. And that's plain and simple. All right. Now I'm gonna go to Joshua chapter 1 verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. Right, and there it is again. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. Right, man. So you're supposed to. That's why the scriptures say. Once you come back into the truth, man. Once you come back to the ways of your heritage, man. When you come back to doing the work, following the law, statutes, and commandments, you have to seek Him 10 times more. You know. That's why thou shalt meditate therein day and night. All right. Because back then, man, you know, during slavery, man, we got this literally beaten out of us, man. We forgot everything. All right. Now that we're here today, man, the people that are here today doing this work, now we understand. Now we understand the parables of the Bible. We understand the deep dark sayings of the Bible. We've been given the oil, so we can make it to the marriage, man. And it's simple, man. If you don't have any oil, if you don't have enough oil, man, go buy some oil, man. In other words, go and learn. Go and learn, man. Go study. Go watch the others. You know, edify yourself, man. If you don't edify yourself, man, edify other brothers. And that's what you're supposed to do, man. That's what it means to go buy oil. All right, let me continue on. That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. All that is written therein. Once again, to the best of your ability, because we're in slavery. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Right. So if you do everything according to the book, then your way is going to be prosperous, man, and you'll have good success. That's why the scriptures say, "Give diligence to make thy calling and election sure." So you can have good success, and you can be in that number, man. But as we know, man, that's not our choice though, because the Most High can do whatever He wants, man. He can just take you. He can, you know, the Most High is so cold, man. He can just take you out of the he could just save you from the missiles, and then once he push you back down on the earth, man. I can't remember what it was another brother that brought this out, man. He's saying that the Most High is so cold that He can just deliver you from the missiles, but He'll put you back down on earth to face, you know, the elect, man, to have your head being chopped off. And I believe that's what I heard, but you know, that's just speculation, you know. So I'm not really sure that's what the you know, that's what the ox said, but you know, don't quote me on that. But I think that's what he said, but it might be something different. So, but hey, the Most High can do that, man. He can do whatever He wants, man. He's that cold, man. He's the King of terror, and that's what it means to fear Him, man. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 7. For fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. All right. So let me go to Isaiah chapter 58 verse 6. Is not this the fast that I have chosen, to loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free, and that you break every yoke? Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry, and that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thy house? And when thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, and that thou hide thyself from thy own flesh? Right, because let me start from all the way back here. It said to loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free. Right, so once you compel brothers to come into the truth, man. Once you're out there doing the work, you're looking for the elect out there on the highways and byways, man. Once you speak the truth to them, no matter how you give it to them, once you speak the truth to them, man, that's loosening the bands of wickedness, man. That's undoing the heavy burdens, man. Letting them know that you are an Israelite, man. You're the Prince of Power. You're the son of you're one of the sons of God, man. You're joint heirs with Yahushua. In other words, loosening the heavy burdens, man, that means you're giving them hope, man. And that's what majority that's what people look for. Well, that's what the elect is looking for. I'll rephrase that. That's what the elect is looking for. They're looking for hope, man. The people that are sighing and crying, man, for the abomination to cease. And to let the oppressed go free, and that you break every yoke. Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry? Right? Dealing your bread to the hungry. Now, people who are hungry for the truth, man. People who are hungry for the knowledge, for this knowledge, man. This is bread, man. This the word is bread, man. You're supposed to feed it to them. Once you feed yourself with the word, man. Your spirit is fattened, man. Your spirit gets fat, and you're supposed to starve the flesh. Anything that's contrary to the scriptures, man, you're supposed to starve that. Put it down into the ground, man. Bind it up, beat it to dust. And that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thy house. Right, because to be honest, man, we are all poor, man. We are all poor, man. There's no such thing as middle class. We're all poor. People that are doing the work, man, we are all poor, man. And that's what we have to go through, man. That's one of the trials that we have to go through. All right? That's what it means to be tried through the fire, man. Because gold is refined in the fire. And when thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, and that thou hide not thyself from thy own flesh. Right, so when it means to cover, man, this is like Ephesians, man. Putting on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you can stand against the wiles of the devil, man. All right, so that's what it means to be clothed with the words, man. Clothed with the word. All right. Let me continue on. Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee. The glory of Yahweh shall be thy reward. Reward. I need to look that word up. A reward. To gather, to collect, to assemble, be gathered. Basically to gather. Because means to bring something back. Alright. Now let me move on to the next scripture. So this is 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11. When I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Alright? When I was a child, when you first come into the truth. You're gonna speak as a child. You're gonna understand as a child. You're gonna think as a child. All right. But once you build yourself up into this truth, once you spend X amount of years in this truth, man, you become a man, and and when it says I put away childish things, that means once you come to the truth, man, you got to put that stuff away, man. All right. So actually, this scripture is twofold, because when it said when I was a child, that means before you came into the truth. You know, you spake as a child, you understood as a child, and you thought as a child. But when you became a man, when you come into the truth, you put away childish things. So that was talking about right there. But when you come into the truth, you're like a child, man. You're like a newborn. You have to take in milk. You can't take in meat, you know, because meat is too it's too powerful, man. It's too you can't take it. All right. So you can only take milk for the time being. But when it says when I put away childish things, that's mean that's when you first come into the truth. You put away childish things, man. You put away the things that you did before that's not lawful, man. That's unrighteous. All right. And we can go to the last scripture. So this is John chapter 15, verse 2. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit. That's being refined, man. Purge. Let me look at the word purge, because I believe this means the same thing as refine. Like it says, katharo. To cleanse, right, or filth impurity, to prune trees and vines from useless shots, metaphor from guilt, to expiate. So basically it means to cleanse. So he's going to put you through that fire, man, because water and fire is a cleaning agent, man. He's going to put you through that fire, man. He's going to put you through those trials and through those trials, man, those tribulations, man. He's trying to see what type of man you are, man. See if you're going to stay in this truth and hold fast to his word. All right. And it's can't even scroll up, man. I'm telling you, man, Esau's technology is bullshit. All right, he purged it that it may bring forth more fruit. Right. So once you're more adept and more advanced in this truth, you bring forth more fruit. All right. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Plain as day. Abide in me, and I in you, as a branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine. No more can ye, except ye abide in me. Right. Because hey, man, GMS, man, Great Millstone, we're all a part of that vine, man. Because the branch itself cannot bear the fruit of itself except it abide in the vine. All right. Because Great Millstone, man, Great Millstone is the only camp that teaches 100% of the truth, man. 100%. You know, and the water Yahweh shot, man. GMS, I woke up to GMS, man. I didn't wake up to IUIC or any of those other camps, man. So with that, I'm gonna end it right here. Hopefully this was edifying to you brothers out there, and the brothers who are just coming into the truth as well. The people, the brothers who, the people who haven't came into the truth yet. You know, the future brothers. Hopefully this is edifying to you as well, and to the elect. 'Cause that's our mission, to find the elect. So if you're part of the elect, you're gonna cling on. You're gonna cling on to the words of the scriptures, man. You're gonna cling on to the words of the Bible, and not depart from it. For as the scriptures say, man, the book of the law won't depart out of your mouth. You meditate day and night. All right. So with that, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honor to the elders of GMS who rule very well. And bless all the Akim out there on the four corners of the earth, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. And with that, we're going to say Shalom.